Hi everyone, this is Indra. Welcome back to my channel. Today in this video, I am going to discuss about Pythagoras theorem. I am going to prove the Pythagoras theorem by the visualization method. Please watch this video till the end. Okay, the Pythagoras theorem states that it is totally related with the right angle triangle. It states that the square of the hypotenuse is always equals to sum of the squares of remaining sides. This is the statement. Here I am just going to prove that statement of Pythagoras theorem. Okay, first of all we need one right angle triangle. Okay, let me make a right angle triangle. Okay, let me make a side here first. Okay. Uh, Okay, just a moment. Here, this is a side AB. I am going to just make a right angle triangle. Okay, let me take the semicircle tool. Uh, okay, and please remember that one very important theorem about the semicircle. The angle at the circumference of the semicircle is always 90 degree. Okay, let me take one point on this semicircle, and if we connect these, if we make a triangle by connecting these 3 points. Okay, let me just construct a triangle here just by connecting these 3 points. Then this triangle will be right angle at this point, C, which is at the circumference of this semicircle. This means, please remember that the angle at the circumference of the semicircle is always right angle. Okay, uh, this is a right angle triangle, and let me just hide this circular part. Okay, here. Okay, let me just okay, this is a right angle triangle. This is a right angle triangle, which is right angle, which is 90 degree at this vertex C. This is right angle at this vertex C. Okay, and the side opposite of this right angle is here AB. It is called as the hypotenuse. Here the side AB is just the hypotenuse. Okay, let me take that slider. I have just made a slider. Okay, let me just go to that slider and change the minimum and the maximum value from 0 to, okay, let me change from 9. Okay, and with the increment 0.0001. Okay, if we construct this slider, then we can change the length of this side AB. Okay, here I have just created a slider for the side AB, and this right angle triangle is exactly 90 degree. It is right angle at this vertex C. Okay, here we can change the length of the sides here. Okay, this is a right angle triangle ABC, which is right angled at this vertex C, and the opposite side of right angle is here AB, which is called as the hypotenuse. Okay, and the very first step is just constructing this right angle triangle, and second step is just making making the square of each side. So okay, let me take this side CB, and let me construct a square on this side like this, just making the square on each side of this right angle triangle. Okay, just constructing the square. Okay, okay, let me just a little bit zoom out. Okay, here in this system we have just let me just okay, here in this system we have just constructed the squares on each side of right angle triangle. Okay, okay, this is the square, this is the square. Okay, here we can see the three squares which are formed at each sides of the right angle triangle ABC. Okay, and let me construct the parallel lines. Okay, parallel line passing through this point and parallel to the side of the square. Okay, this line is parallel to this side, and similarly let me construct the next parallel line passing through the point H and parallel to this side. Okay, here I have just constructed two parallel lines. Okay, and here we can see the point of the intersections. Okay, let me just mark the point of the intersections, this point. Okay, let me mark once again point of the intersections of these two parallel lines. Okay, these two lines. Okay, this point. This point is just the point of the intersection, point J. Okay, and here we can see that this square which is formed at this side AC, this square is divided here 4 parts, 1 2 3 4 parts, 4 polygons. It is divided, this square is divided here into 4 polygons. Okay, and I am just going to project, I am just going to translate this all the 4 segments on this big square. I'm just going to translate this all the polygons, all these polygons, these 4 polygons and this 1 polygon to this region, to this square. Okay, I'm just going to project these polygons to this region. Okay, let me just make the first the polygons here, just constructing the polygon, 4 polygons. Okay, let me just use the polygon tool. Let me just first construct the 4 polygons on this square. Okay, similarly we can make just a moment, it is hanging. Okay, let just a moment. Let me construct the next polygon to this square just by connecting these points. Okay, this is triangle. Okay, similarly we can construct the next polygon here. Just I will give the separate color for each polygon. Okay, first of all just connecting these points. Okay, just a moment, I'm just doing here, just making the polygons. Okay, and let me use the different color for each polygon. Okay, let me use the different color for this polygon. Okay, let me use the next color. So let me use this color itself. Okay, and for this polygon let me use the next color, black color. Okay, and for this polygon let me use the next color, this color. Okay, and for this polygon let me use the next color, red color. Okay, the blue color. And for this polygon let me change the color once again to it. Okay, this color. And let me take the next color for this squares also. Okay, let me change the color. Very okay. Here we have just splitted this square. This square formed at the side AC, and we have just constructed the 4 different polygons with the different colors here. And here the square is formed on this side BC. Okay, I'm just going to drop these all the polygons on this region, on this big square. Okay, just dropping. Okay, just projecting. Okay, let me take the vector. Okay, first of all let me take okay, just by measuring this distance from this I to J, just measuring, let me put the compass here at this point G, and here the point of the intersection. Just let me just mark the point of the intersections here. This is just the point of the intersection here. Okay, let me just mark here. Okay, M point of the intersection, and we can hide the circular part. Okay, let me just hide this. Here this is point M, and we can hide these lines also. Let me just hide these line unnecessary lines. Okay, let me just hide these. We can hide these lines also. Okay, and I'm just going to drop all the polygons, these here 4 polygons and here 1 polygon, 5 polygons, all these 5 polygons on this big square. Okay, just dropping. And let me take the vector tool. Let me make a vector. I'm just going to translate by the vector, just joining this point B 2m. Okay, this is a vector named by u. Here the vector u we can see, which is formed just by joining the b to m. It is vector u. Okay, and let me just drop, let me translate this square by the vector. Okay, translating object with this square, and the vector is just the vector u. Okay, here is the translation. Here I have just translated this square on this big square by the vector u. Okay, similarly let me take the another vector. Okay, let me just make the another vector just by joining this point j to this point b. And first of all, let me just make the vectors from j to a. We have to just connect all the vertices g from j to, okay, let me just do it once again. Okay, from point j to point f. Okay, these are the vectors which are used for the translation. Okay, let me do the translation by the vector. Okay, let me take this black square, this black triangle, and translate it by this vector. Okay, here is the translation. Okay, let me take the next polygon here, this polygon, and then we have to translate this polygon by this vector. Okay, let me just translate. Okay, here is perfectly fitted here. And let me take the next polygon here, this polygon, and let me just translate this by the vector b. Oh, sorry, we have to just translate this polygon by the next vector. Okay, let me just use this vector. Okay, here is totally completely fitted here, and this polygon is translated by the remaining vector. Okay, this vector, just a moment. Okay, just translating by the vectors. This polygon is going to be translated by this vector. Okay, let me, okay, sorry, I'm just going to translate. Okay, let me take the once again this translate by the vector tool, and this polygon is remain here. I'm just going to translate by this vector b. Okay, here to completely fitted here. These polygons, these all 5 polygons are completely fitted on this big square, and here is the no area remains here, no gap remains. This means the area, sum of area of this square, which is formed in the side BC, sum of this the area of sum of the area of this square and this square is equals to the area of this big square. Okay, this means we can say that the area of the sum of the two squares formed at the two sides of the right angle triangle is exactly equals to the area of the square formed at the hypotenuse of the right angle triangle.